Hello everyone. This tutorial will show you how to create and publish an online e-tender using e-procurement system. Generally, the tender creation process is done by department users. The users need their e-procurement login ID, password, and registered digital signature to access their e-procurement account. Kindly note that the latest version of JRE need to be installed to proceed with the login process. Before starting tender creation process in the system, all documents such as tender notice, tender documents, financial documents such as tender schedule or price bid, etc. should be prepared and saved in a folder in the user's desktop or laptop. The technical documents such as tender notice are to be prepared in MS Word and then converted to PDF document to upload in the e-procurement website. Word documents can be converted to PDF by using PDF converted softwares like PDF Creator, Do PDF, Save as PDF, etc. Whereas financial documents such as BOQ or tender schedule or price bid is to be prepared in XLS format. For now, we have created a tender notice and tender creation document for creating the tender. Next, we will show how to prepare a BOQ or tender schedule for e-procurement system. For easy preparation, BOQ templates for various tenders are made available in the e-procurement system itself. To download these templates, click the Downloads button found in the left side of e-procurement homepage. Here, BOQ templates are listed in the 8th link, that is BOQ downloads, as shown below. Here, there are 4 templates available. They include BOQ %.xls, mainly used for civil works or construction works, BOQ item-wise template, BOQ item rate sample.xls, mainly used for procurement or purchase of various items for departments, BOQ goods multi-currency.xls, mainly used for procuring imported items manufactured outside India. So here, as an example, we prepare a tender for construction or road work, and hence we use BOQ %sample.xls as our BOQ template. To save this BOQ, click the BOQ %.xls link shown in the downloads page. It will be saved in the user's desktop or documents folder. In order to modify the BOQ, open the BOQ file using Microsoft Office. When you open the BOQ, you will see a security warning on top portion of the sheet showing some active contents have been disabled. You need to enable the active contents by clicking an options button followed by selecting enable this content option and then the OK button. After that, you will get a GEP-NIC BOQ validation dialog box. Initially, the BOQ will be password protected. To unprotect the BOQ, click the Review tab, which is found 5th to the right of Home tab. In the Review tab, click Unprotect Sheet button. After you click the button, password prompt is shown. Here, the BOQ password to be given is testing. On clicking OK, the sheet gets unprotected so that we can modify the sheet for the tender requirement. Here, the first 3 rows such as TIA, name of work, and tender reference number are to be modified with the respective tender details. Next, rows 4 to 7 are to be left as such and should not be modified. From row 8 onwards, fill the item details in the rows provided. Here, required rows can be inserted or removed depending on item details. In item rows, we should fill in the item details in the first 5 adjacent cells of each row. That includes serial number, description of work, number or quantity, unit, and estimated rate in figures in specified formats. The other 2 cells such as estimated rate in words and amount works using formulae, so there is no need to modify them. All the following rows are to be filled in the above format. The last 3 rows should not be modified. Here, as an example, we will prepare a sample BOQ following the above rules. After preparing the required details, click on Validate button. On clicking this option, the sheet will be checked and validated for errors. If there is any format change or blank cells, the sheet will show an error dialog box with each error listed. Using this information, you can correct the errors. On successful validation, the sheet will show a success dialog box. After you get this dialog box, protect the BOQ by selecting the sheet and then click on Protect Sheet button shown in the Review tab. Here we should give a new password, say PWD, followed by Confirm Password and then OK button. The sheet will be protected and ready for upload in the e-procurement system. This is how you prepare a BOQ for each tender. After preparing all documents, proceed to e-procurement website in your web browser and log into your account using login ID, password and registered digital signature to get to the e-procurement dashboard. After successful login, you will find the Create Tender button shown on the left portion of the dashboard. Here you will see a tender list which shows the list of unfinished or not yet published tenders. Click the Create New Call for Tender button to get the online tender creation form. For example, we will find out the tender form starting with basic details as shown below. In the tender reference number box, we give the tender number as test/recording. In the tender type list, we select Open Tender as this tender is open to all registered bidders. The other types in this list include EOI, that is expression of interest, limited tender, global tender, etc. In form of contract list, we select percentage as this tender has BOQ of percentage type. The other values in this list include item wise, item rate, etc. In the number of covers list, we select option as 2 since it is a 2-cover system. Generally, pre-qualification works or item purchase comes under 2-cover system, where bid documents are accepted in 2 covers, that is technical and financial bid. In the tender category list, we select works as it is a civil works tenders. The other types in this list includes services and supply. Generally, supply and service option is used for item and service procurements respectively. In the account type head list, we select state government funded as option. The other types are central government funded and others. In the number of bid openers list, we select 2 of 3 as option. The other 3 options are 2 of 2, 2 of 4 and 3 of 3. Here in e-procurement system, we require at least 2 department users to unlock the tender and hence open a tender, unlike the conventional system. In this case, we selected 2 of 3 as option because we have 3 department users given role to open this tender, and out of them, system need any of the 2 users to unlock the tender. The option should allow withdrawal of bids is set to yes by default, which gives the bidders a permission to withdraw their submitted bid before the last date of submission. The option should allow general technical evaluation need to be selected as no, as the technical evaluation is done manually by the department itself. The option should allow multi-currency should be checked or selected only if it is a global tender. In case of global tender, bidders are located outside India and hence they will be required to quote the bid in different currencies like USD, Euro, Franc, etc. Please note that in case of global tender, the department should use BOQ goods multicurrency.xls as the BOQ template. In payment mode, we can only select online as offline payment is not allowed in the e-procurement system as per the government order. So when we click the online checkbox, we will get two options such as SBT and SBT NEFT or RTGS, where we need to check both options as per the government order. These are the payment modes of which bidders can make payment of both the tender fee and EMD. After filling these details, click Next to proceed with the next page. On clicking this button, the same page is first saved and then proceeded to next page, that is cover details. Next, in the cover details, we will see two covers, namely the technical pre-qualification cover and the financial cover, each having one Add Contents button. The number of rows varies depending on the option selected in the number of covers list shown in the basic details section. Here in this example, we selected 2 from the number of covers list. Hence, we see only 2 rows in this page. It is here the required documents that the bidders need to submit in the cover are specified. For that, click on the Add Contents button. This is followed by 2 boxes, namely Item Description and Document Type. All we need to do is to specify the name of the document to be submitted by the bidder and then select the document type as PDF, and after that click on Save button. The technical as well as pre-qualification documents are to be saved individually in PDF format. In this example, we specify 2 technical documents such as scanned copy of license and scanned copy of agreement in PDF format. Then click Save button to save the technical bid. Next, we specify the financial documents such as BOQ or schedule in XLS format as shown below. Then, click the Save button to save the financial bid. After specifying the necessary documents, click Next to proceed. Then click Next once again to proceed to next section, that is NIT document. Next, in the NIT document section, we upload and verify the prepared PDF document of the tender notice. To do this, click on the Upload button. You will get a description box along with an upload bar. In the description box, type the description as tender notice so as to identify the document to be uploaded. Next is the upload bar, which has 2 buttons, a browse button which is a yellow colored folder and scan and sign button. Here we need to open the prepared notice in PDF format using the browse button and then sign the document by using the scan and sign button. During the signing process, you will get up to 3 security warnings followed by a dialog box asking for the DSC PIN. When successful, we get the message as file signed successfully. Then click Save to save the signed document in the system. After that, verify the uploaded document so that wrong files uploaded can be prevented. When you click Verify link, another page with the document link and a Verify checkbox will be shown. Here we can download and check the uploaded NIT document for errors. If correct document is uploaded, click on the Verify checkbox and then click Save button to complete the verification process. We need to upload NIT, that is the Notice Inviting Tender document only in this section. After verification, click Next to proceed. Next, it is the work item details, where you need to specify the details of the tender. Here in this case, we will fill out the form detail as shown below. Work item title. Here we need to enter the title of the tender. Say construction or road work. Work item description. Here we will enter the description of the tender briefly. Say construction of road at Trivandrum. The description field can have up to 250 characters. Pre-qualification details. Here we can specify any pre-qualification details specified for this tender. It is recommended to leave the field as blank as when published. Pre-qualification details field will be automatically shown as please refer tender documents. Product category. Here we need to select the required option from the list. Here we select product category as civil works as it is a civil work tender. Product subcategory is optional. Contract type. Here we select the tender option as we are calling a tender. The other types in this list include rate contract and empanelment. Tender value. Here we will enter the estimated value, that is the net PAC amount of the tender, say INR 1 lakhs. Bid validity days. Here we will enter the total firm period in days, that is 90 days. Calendar completion or delivery period. Here we specify the contract time period in days, say 90 days. Give location detail. Here we will enter the work item or the work item location, say Trivandrum. Here please note that the value entered in this field is taken in the tenders by location search criteria. PIN code. Here we need to enter the PIN code of the work location or item location. Pre-bid meeting. Here we need to select whether you arrange a pre-bid meeting before the bid submission or not. If the department arranges a pre-bid meeting, they need to select Yes option, followed by pre-bid meeting place and address, say Trivandrum and official address respectively. Bid opening place. Here we need to enter the place where the bid opening takes place. Tenderer class. Here we enter the class of the bidder. The various types include Class A, Class B, Class C and not applicable. Select the required tenderer class. Inviting officer. Here you need to specify the name of the TIA. Inviting officer address. Here you need to specify the official address of the tender inviting officer. After filling the required details, click Next to proceed. Next is fee details, where you need to specify the tender fee amount and EMD amount to be collected from various bidders. Here we enter the details as follows. Tender fee. Here we enter the tender fee amount to be collected from bidders. Processing fee. Here we enter the processing fee in amount if applicable. Surcharge. Here we enter the surcharges in amount if applicable. Any other charge in amount if applicable. Tender fee payable to. Here we enter the value as online only. Tender fee payable at. Here we enter the value as online only. Next, we enter the EMD details as follows. EMD fee. Here we select the type of EMD, that is fixed or percentage. In case of fixed type EMD, we need to enter the amount in INR. In case of percentage type, we need to enter the estimated contract value, that is ECV of the tender in percent, say 2.5. If the value given is 2.5%, the EMD value will be calculated from tender value by this percent. EMD exemption allowed. Here we need to select yes or no option. If you select yes, EMD will be exempted for eligible bidders, including societies, government entities, etc. If you select no, no eligible bidders can avail EMD exemption in any cases. Here we select EMD exemption as yes. EMD fee payable to and at is to be entered the same as tender fee, that is online. After entering the details, click Next to proceed. Next page is Critical Dates section. Here we need to set various dates as per dates criteria. The various dates are tender publishing date. Here we enter the date at which the tender gets published and made available for public. Download or sale start end date. Here we enter the date where the tender documents and BOQ gets available to public for download. Here downloading tender documents is free of cost. Seek clarification start date, end date. Here we enter the date for bidders to clarify details with the TIA. Bid submission start, end date. Here we enter the dates within which bidders can submit their bids online. Bid opening date. Here we enter the date of tender opening. Please note that the publishing time cannot exceed 6:59 p.m. in a day. Such tenders can be published on the next day. Also, minimum time period between bid submission process is 3 days and minimum time period between bid submission closing date and opening date is 3 days. So, you are required to set the time frame accordingly for the whole tendering process. After entering the required details, click Next to proceed. After selecting the required bid openers, click Submit to proceed. Next section is Work Item Documents. Here we need to upload remaining technical documents such as tender documents, BOQ, that is tender schedule, etc. To upload work item documents, click on the Upload button. The system will get to a new page with document type list, document description and an upload bar. To upload the prepared tender schedule, select the document type as BOQ, then enter description as tender schedule and finally upload the BOQ file in XLS format by using the upload bar. After document upload, click Save button to save the document in the system. Again, the uploaded BOQ need to be verified by the user. For that, click Verify link on the right of BOQ.xls file. Here, an additional button will appear called Check BOQ near the Save button. This option, when clicked, checked the whole BOQ file for format errors and so on. Click the Check BOQ button to validate the BOQ. When validation is successful, success message showing BOQ format is complied will appear, which confirms that the BOQ is error-free and hence compatible for the e-procurement system. Click Verify checkbox after getting the success message and save the document to complete the verification process. Likewise, all tender documents such as technical specifications, preliminary agreement format, e-payment format, etc. need to be uploaded as tender documents by clicking on the Upload button and then upload each document with tender type as tender documents. After uploading necessary tender document and then verifying them, click Next to proceed. Next is the OID section, also known as the Other Important Documents section. Here we need to select necessary documents from the OID list. These documents are non-standard documents which are meant for pre-qualification and hence not required to general civil works. The various documents include permanent account number, balance sheet, company profile, work completed details, etc. Please note that if you are selecting documents from the OID list, make sure that minimum documents are selected because bidders need to upload these documents to complete the bid submission procedure, and they have only 10 MB of your system space for uploading other important documents. After selecting the required documents, click Next, and the tender creation process is completed and gets saved in the eTender system. After tender creation process, the created tender needs to be published before the publishing date so that the bidders or public can view the tender via the eTender system. For that, log into eProcurement website as Tender Publisher. In the dashboard, click the Publish Tender shown on the left portion of the dashboard, right below the Create Tender option. The created tender will be shown in the tender list. Then click on the View or Publish button shown on the right of the tender to proceed. When clicked, the whole tender will be shown in a specified format as available to bidders or public. At this stage, verify all details given and publish only if found correct. The tender after verification can be published by clicking on Publish Tender button found on the lower right corner of the format. On successful publishing, a success message, Tender published successfully, will be shown. The published tender will be listed in the Published Tender list. This list can be viewed by clicking on the Published Tenders button. That is all about the process of tender creation and publishing an e-tender through eProcurement website. Thank you for listening to this video tutorial.